Good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 89 of the 72 review. We've got a lot of EFL action to unpack this weekend, but before I introduce the panel, we're going to start with sending our condolences and thoughts from the 72 review to the family and friends of the Portsmouth fan that sadly passed away at the Portsmouth Middlesbrough game yesterday. We seem to be saying it quite a lot recently in terms of with ex-footballers and certainly a lot of fans have been having medical difficulties within stadiums for quite a while now, and it's not nice. Nobody should go to the football and not return home. So we hope that the family and friends of that individual are being kind of treated well and with respect, and just our thoughts and condolences out to them. Starting on a bit of a sad note, but unfortunately that's where we're at the minute far too often. Like I said, unpacking a lot of EFL action this weekend. We are as a full house once again. Me and Ian covered it last week, but Jake is back, so we'll start at the bottom. Jake, introduce yourself, mate. Let people know who you are, what you do, and why you do it.
I am Puncture41. I cover everything Wednesday, and at a minute, I can see one season, no drama. All I ask. I haven't had one in ages. Does anyone can tell me what a proper owner's like that doesn't want the centre? Like, it's 5-hour fan forum this week, 5 hours, 7 p.m. till midnight, and it was just insane. And it's just like, I don't get it. He's nuts. He's our owner. I can't do it about it. But I cover everything Wednesday. I help cover also a podcast called the Talking Wednesday Podcast. And when I hit 4K, I was meant to do something with this colour of shirt and my head hair. It's a very bright orange, and it's
You know what? It looks pretty smart, to be fair. I think
it's striking, actually. It's all right, yeah.
The only problem is it makes it look very pale now.
You can put any colour in that, and it goes. So you're very lucky in that, Jake.
This is the new hairstyle. I think the biggest issue with this is it makes me now look very pale. I think my sister turned around and sent me a message. I look like the person from the Batman movie theatre. I was like, brilliant, thanks for that. So Google it if you want to know. But yeah, I meant to do this months ago. Finally done it, and we've all seen me on here with multiple different hairstyles in colour. You shouldn't be alarmed. It's normal. You should be alarmed if it gets shaved off. It means I'm probably got developed.
I was going to say thoughts for Jake's new style in the chat, and John's already got in there. It's better than Ian's choice t-shirt on this show. I've said thanks to that, John. He is wearing a fantastic t-shirt, and that leads us on to Ian. Ian, let us know who you are, what you do, and why you do it for anybody that doesn't know you.
Well, first of all, I'd like to have a go at Jake's hair, but I don't think I'll be able to, because if you see a glare on the top of my camera, it's because I've just had an haircut. I cut them both. I'm Ian. I'm a 62-year-old Rotherham United season ticket holder, and when we're away from home, I'm all over the country vlogging. I did a vlog, rarely, at my own stadium yesterday, but I only did it because I wanted to test the upload speed, because I've got a new ISP, you see. So
very nice.
So and it was actually
better.
I switched from EE to Sky, and Sky's upload speeds are a lot better.
There you go.
So
providers are available.
Yep.
But no, good stuff. As always, get your comments in. It does drive conversation. The chat's been pretty busy already. We've got James, Newport fan. You're nothing special. We lose every week. We've got Dale, evening all. We've got John as well. Good evening. John said good evening. Mark as well. Hello. James is not happy. Jarred him out. MTC as well. You Reds, we've got McCann. What an away day. Mark echoes what we said at the very start. No fan should go to a game and not come back. MTC loves your top, Ian. Sue's very happy. Lincoln won a game. We will get onto League One shortly. ATID, whoa, what have I missed? It is a 4,000 subscriber kind of What would you say?
Head out.
Dare? Promise?
Basically, I was doing a live stream and they said, I was like, should I dye my hair a different color? Because I think at the time it was green or blue, I can't remember. And they went, do it the color of our away top, this top. And I think I've gone slightly lighter than the top.
It's not a bad match, though, to be fair. I'll give you that.
I won't lie, I laughed at it. She did a great job, but we started it at 5:30. We didn't finish till 10.
You're getting a lot of love from Newport County fans, anyway.
Yes. John likes your shirt as well, Ian. MTC says it should go red with your hair.
I've had my hair red once for a World Cup year, and I kid you not, I lost 200 subscribers.
Yeah, never go red
Yeah.
again. ATID not happy with yesterday.
Right.
I thought you had 3,252 live sentences. And Neil is in. I'm sure Neil will be happy from this weekend as well. So that's introductions done. We've blabbered on enough. I think we will start Championship today. And Jake, you touched on it before we go on to Leeds 3, Sheff Wednesday 0, which I thought you were well in the game today. But before you talk through that, just give us a brief kind of overview of this fans forum that happened, which has got everybody talking.
Every one of the dogs talking about this fan forum, and it does me.
Charles in as well. Good evening, Charles.
Hey, Charles.
So fans forum, mate. It lasted hours, and Chance
7 till 12. We had the whole thing of he does it. If we want him to sell the club, we got to look for a buyer, not him. Yeah. We had the summary that the manager and chairman haven't spoken since December. We had the thing that we don't know if there's a list of players or not that's been handed to the chairman for transfers. He kept on saying it's not a thing. He said that I won't ring Danny. I'm not going to go to Danny and go, please call me. He got to ring me. And it's like, well, if you're the boss and you're meant to check in every week and you haven't checked in 2 weeks, surely you get on the blow and go, hey, up, what's up? Have I done something?
In any business, your manager has like one-to-ones with you. It might be annually, it might be a regular meeting as a catch-up. Surely that should be the standard in football as well.
It's just absolutely mental that we can go through a period where everything going great, everything going fine, and then suddenly he pops up with a fan forum. And Donny, when we had it with Darren, we had a fan forum after he left, and we had the similar thing. And the thing is,
Chansiri is a nut job. In other news, water is wet.
Yeah, pretty much. But the thing is, we keep having these and they don't work. But you've got to have them by the EFL. The EFL said you've got to have fan forums and everything. With my legend. I like that.
Yeah, that was my boss was like Chansiri and wouldn't talk to me. Hopefully, John's boss doesn't watch this.
But it feels like every time we're going really good, he jumps up. And I don't know if it's a thing you like to have the limelight or what. And a lot of people have been speculating it because Danny wanted to go to the Southampton job and they didn't do the league clause. And I've got the thing is, I've known Chansiri a long time. We've known Danny for a short period of time. I know what it's like. I know what. And I know who I believe, but I'm also not going to do this whole thing as picking side Chansiri, Danny. It should be all for one. Everything should be the betterment of the club.
Direction, mate,
yeah. And the problem is you have results like today where people will see the scoreline and think we got battered, where we didn't. It was a really bad mistake for the first goal. I think the keeper should have done a lot better. But he had got that in his locker. Once that first goal went in, they didn't really attack us as much. I was kind of annoyed at Wednesday for not going more at their keeper. Because their keeper's terrible. He can't come out for crosses. You see lots of time the defense has got no confidence in him. Second half, we changed things up a lot. And there's one thing I spoke to a Leaf fan on Friday night called Not Another Leaf Fan. Or I think it's something like that. I find his thing, it was really good. But we were speaking about it and he was saying like how their manager doesn't make changes quick enough. Danny Immediately with the changes at like 55 minutes, changes. Not working, I'll go with this. Not working, I'll go with that. And the whole game just felt like we were just missing a little bit of quality. A little bit of quality, which we now need in the transfer window because we've got injury galore at the back. We've got Shea Charles going with the big thing at the end of the fan forum. Because I was about to ask about that, yeah. So right at the very end,
almost like we know what we're doing on this show.
Yeah,
running
right at the very end, Chansiri left the room to take a phone call, and then he walked in and said that Shea Charles had been recalled by Southampton at 11:59 at night. Now, Southampton, during the night, Chansiri has said he didn't think Shea Charles was good enough to be in Southampton's first team right now. Yeah. So we have that situation that happens. And basically what it is Southampton want another loan fee off us. Because I think they were paying most of his wages. And they said we can come back and pay another loan fee. And I'm like, okay, we'll pay another loan fee. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. And then you hear the rumors through the week that he could go to the other side and they might buy him. So it's just an absolute S show. Because the worst part of it is, I don't think Chansiri remembers this, but he don't mention about the player. His younger brother is our keeper. So the family are already very invested at Sheffield Wednesday because his brother's already in the first team as secondary keeper.
Yeah.
You don't want to turn around and say to a player's mum, or the mum hear it, or the dad hear it, I don't think you're very good.
No.
It doesn't build good relationship. So
no, it doesn't.
That happens, and this could be, I think this is going to be Shea Charles' last game. I'm not sure if he can play the Bristol City game on Wednesday. A lot of people were saying he can do today and tomorrow, and then today it was his last game. So I don't know. You could have a 7-day period on when they call them back before they go back. And then the 2 goals they scored, they were just superb. I'm not going to beat around the bush.
That was the difference.
Sorry, Ian, go on.
That was the difference. I mean, in general play, it was fairly even. It was quality of finisher for them last 2 goals. Absolute top quality, especially the back heel. That was just absolutely superb.
That was just filthy.
Yeah, Tanaka's goal was very.
Tanaka's goal was filthy. Well, when they were always in the game, I always thought Leeds had some gear too to go. Yeah. I think the thing is, I had a couple of Leeds fans message me and Leeds comments saying, "You came to Wednesday and gave an account, and most teams haven't done that."
Yeah.
And has come to Leeds, and gave an account, and it's like
it's strong element, aren't they?
Yeah, their waveform is their problem.
Yeah,
if they don't go up, it can be their waveform, but they should go up. Now the thing is, for me, Razanani Tanaka, it's about £16 million worth of player you bring on the pitch. We brought on 2.5 in Ugbo. That's the difference.
And what happened with that? You know that cross? Where is that Shea Charles cross? And Ugbo seemed to duck under it. Just
he was offside. He was off. I think if he had actually headed it, he would have been classed as offside. So I think he knew he was in an offside position, went to header it, seen where he is in line with it, and gone, if I header this, it's gonna change play. And I think he was banking there was someone going to be at the back post, and there wasn't.
Yeah.
It's just the small little margin we're missing. That's it.
Yeah.
We can get into games really quickly, and we can do well. It's just these little margins we're missing a couple of people. But if they haven't spoken, and today's story was in Alan Nixon, we all know him. Take it with a very big pinch of salt. Was that Danny wanted his release clause lowering so he could go to Southampton? It's like, but he signed a contract knowing what the release clause was. I don't think Danny's stupid enough to go, I want it lower so I can leave.
Yeah.
Unless things have got really bad, you quit.
I think this is the thing from the fans forum and stuff. There's just going to be kind of theories and stuff thrown out here, there, and everywhere, isn't there?
Yeah, and It's just gonna be drama each week until something happens, or the fact that they still haven't spoken since Wednesday is what annoys me.
Yeah.
Because Chansiri said
I'm
I'll speak to
worried.
him first.
Worried. He's
It's
worried.
not worry. It's not worrying as such because I expected it. But if the chairman turns around, I'll speak to him on Thursday, and if press conference on Friday, they go they haven't spoken yet. It's like that doesn't help.
No.
At the
No,
end of the day, I would have taken a draw in this game, and I thought we were going to, and it was just fine margins. And I'm actually as daft as it sounds, I'm a really proud Wednesday fan for how we performed today. Because I don't think we deserved to lose, and I want to say fair play to ITV because their coverage was fantastic.
Something I want to say on this game as well is credit to the referee. I thought he let quite a lot of stuff run.
Yeah, he
that
did.
I've seen given so much, especially down at Donny, like little niggly fouls.
There was a
and stuff
period
just
where
stopped
there
the
was
game.
about
I think he
5 or
just
6
allowed it
players
to
on the.
flow.
There was a period in the second half where it was 5 or 6 players from each team were on the floor because there were tackles going in left and right, and I was like, oh, you can blow that, and I'm like, this is actually awesome. This is how it used to be.
This is what you want from a derby.
Yeah.
Well, from any game really, but
Any
especially a derby. I think the referee, credit where it's due. We slag him off so much on this show sometimes because
No, he did. He did an amazing job.
Need to be slagged off, but
he let a lot. He let a lot of things go.
Yeah, I thought he managed the game really well.
And I think that kind of ref you want. And thing is, we lost when we could have taken advantage this weekend because teams around us lost or didn't get stuff. But I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting us to get out against this anyway. I was saying in my preview, if we get a draw, that's a fantastic result.
Yeah.
3-0 is as flat as the actual game.
Yeah. I think 3-0 flat as Leeds, but the quality just kind of shone through. Before we move on to another game, I will catch up with the chat because it's been going mad. James has said, can you guys include National League next year because we won't be in the 72 the way we're going?
You will.
I think you'll still be part of the 72, but if you're not, there is a very good non-league podcast called the Absolute Football Podcast. I will link them in the description down below. I'll always kind of put people out there and content creators out there that are decent, and they cover non-league very, very decent. Neil has said you'll be fine. Whilst Carlisle and Morecambe are in League 2, you won't go down.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Lizzie thinks Chansiri is a cat suit. He's batshit. HID picks up on it.
I think I prefer cat suit.
In fairness, though, she is on an all-inclusive holiday and she's had many beers, so we'll let her off this time. What else have we got? John, put it this way, Jay, he made more of a game of it than Exeter did against Birmingham. And ATID, to be fair, Chansiri is like Sheikh Mansour compared to Howard. The term stay long enough to become a villain has happened. New manager, no backroom staff, no budget for transfers. Absolutely shambolic.
Yeah, but I'll give you this. Does your manager tell you to go find a buyer, or does your chairman, or does your chairman's email fan go and sell your house? Because that's happened. I'm not even kidding.
Madness. Absolute madness. And John's coming. Luke Walsh is another good non-league podcast. Halifax lad. So happy to promote any other content creators on this show because that's what content creating is all about. If you can get something that out there that you enjoy, then promote it for me. Let's have it. Neil said Leeds didn't wow me at all today. Wednesday definitely good for a draw, in my opinion. Totally agree with your analysis.
You might be happy actually with us, Neil, because you're looking at Pierce Charles on loan apparently.
Keeper,
yeah. Well, wouldn't you want to go when he told his brother that he's not good enough?
Well, yeah, there is that. Ian, any championship games that you want to touch on, mate?
Yeah, like I said before, we discussed before we went on air, or on about Derby County, and the knives are out for Paul Warne again.
They are indeed.
By their sort of entitled fan base. But in this game, Derby hit the woodwork, I think, either 3 or 4 times. Pretty even game. Again, it probably should have been a draw, but Watford took the chances. But Derby are struggling at the moment. They're still, after promotion, I think they're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem good enough for Derby's fan base, who are calling for Mr. Warren's head again. But I think you get this with a lot of supposed big clubs, a fan base that seem a little bit entitled, and they think they should, after promotion, they should be ripping the championship.
It's weird because you look at what's happened at Oxford, where he's done a fantastic job, and you're like, what are you doing sacking him? Kind of thing. And you're like, he got you up. People didn't have you in that kind of Deb Buckingham did a fantastic job, didn't think you were going to even go up, and he's done it, and they were just grateful. It's a weird one because I always find, especially with Derby, it's like they say this and then they complain after it's gone. Well, why we're not doing this? Well, we're not defensively solid anymore. Well, you were.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you asking to happen? And
also, Jake, the jump up from League One to the Championship is
it's
massive.
huge. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Rotherham fan, so I can tell
you've done it.
Yeah.
You've got the T-shirt from the Championship playoffs or getting a title more times than most people.
Yeah. So I'm sort of like perfectly entitled to say it, but you're competing. Instead of competing with your Shrewsburys and your Charltons like we did yesterday, you're competing against your Leicester Cities, your Derby Counties, massive teams with massive budgets, and it's very different
level, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think Derby, weighing everything up, I think they're doing pretty well, really.
Yeah. I will say something. It's weird because I wasn't expecting Tom Cleverley to do this well at Watford, and he's doing amazing.
Yeah. I mean, John, while Warren isn't doing great right now, he's a nice bloke. The fan base who got angry over a song do not deserve him.
Yeah.
ATID, Derby, massive. Bigger than Plymouth.
That'll go well.
Let's move on to Plymouth, actually, because ATID is still in. He did
wasn't happy.
Pop a few. No, he wasn't. He did pop a few comments in. I started a few, but I've missed one.
I just realised ATID's back.
ATID put maybe Rooney wasn't the problem. Dusnit was a scapegoat for the absolute shit show that we've got going behind the scenes. I've accepted relegation. We have a squad of League Two Deadwood. 0.17 XG at home to QPR. That's not great, is it? Genuinely cannot wait for the end of the season. It's a shame, isn't it, when fans get to a point where they can't wait for a season to end. I've been there. I'm sure you guys have both been there. I've been
there very recently.
Yeah, same. Yeah. You just want a complete reset and hoping that maybe relegation does kind of kickstart you.
It's weird as well, though, because that beats their gaffer. That beats their Gaffergate that went viral. It was very like, I want to run for a brick wall for you, but it's like, okay, what's going on then? Because it's like they've lost one of the main defenders who've gone to Preston. They brought in this young lad from Sweden. I think it's 3 to 4 million. It's like, I don't think you needed a midfielder. I think you need a defender, considering how many goals you conceded.
Yeah.
Jake, I saw him at Brentford last week in the cup. And the Plymouth back four or back five were absolutely magnificent.
It's weird.
And they stopped a Premiership side from scoring.
Yeah. So I will say, but it's just.
I will say something. QPR have done well again. They've done that. They had that rocky.
They're doing great.
They had that rocky spell again. Yeah,
they've got the right manager in Cifuentes. Yeah,
I mean they
started badly like they did last season.
Yeah,
but they're doing exactly the same again, climbing the table.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a solid Championship outfit, QPR, and I think they should be regarded as such. Yeah.
ATID has come in and said our gaffer will leave at the end of the season, sold false promises, not given any help, and Brentford was a fluke. player putting themselves up for sale. That's all. And you do get that sometimes with FA Cup, don't you? That it's a bit of a shop window.
Yeah.
And you get incredible performances. But yeah, it's frustrating one to see for the Argyle fans. And like ATID says, just waiting for the end of the season, it just makes going to the football shit, doesn't it, really?
Yeah.
Any other championship games that you want to touch on? Because we're hurtling towards the half an hour mark.
Not a game, but Tony Mowbray been back in football, which I expected.
Yeah, that's superb.
It's good to see, considering his health condition he had and stuff. So he's back in. I think he'll do well there.
Yeah, he's a good manager.
HID. Other than that, they're all. I'll let you read it. Can't wait to see the back of them. Sorry for the expletives, but that's what this show is all about. It's where you can get everything off your chest, reset for the week, and hopefully have a better performance next weekend.
Got games. We've got midweek games. Yeah. Yeah, we've all got midweek games.
Program,
We got Burnley. Oh God!
Never mind. Don't reset.
Can I just touch on South Wales derby and Cardiff tearing?
And then we'll have a look at the table.
Swansea were crap.
Yeah, but Cardiff were very good.
Yeah.
We might touch on the South Wales derby if my internet decides to catch up.
Something went wrong.
Oh no!
Hey, there we go.
Callum Robinson.
Oh no! What's happening?
Finish as well.
Well, Callum Robinson with 2 very quick and very good goals.
Yeah, but the second one was a cataclysmic mistake, wasn't it, by Swansea defence?
I do indeed, John. You're right. Something's gone wrong with the. I don't know.
Maybe you've got too many tabs up. I don't know.
Shouldn't have. The internet speed's pretty good, but yeah, Jardim's in charge of the internet.
There we go.
There we go. Caught up.
That's how to do it, isn't it? 3 goals in 20 minutes.
It is.
That'll do it.
Over. Yeah.
Weird because they got away with one at Cardiff because they're not particularly in a good place, and they want their ownership gone as soon as possible. And they have done for a while. But is William probably going to last at Swansea? I don't think so.
Well, look at that though. That's typical Swansea, that isn't it? 70% possession.
Yep.
And doing nothing with it. Yeah.
I'll be honest though, I'm fuming that we waited that long for that to load up, and then all you said were 3 goals in 20 minutes. That's how you do it.
They were great goals, but there were mistakes.
Yeah, good finishes. Yeah.
There were mistakes though by the Swansea keeper.
Yeah.
And I think
especially
for me,
the second one.
Yeah. I think for me it was a good derby, but it got downplayed on Guy. And I'm like, this is a big derby.
Because there's genuine hatred there, isn't there? There's genuine hatred there.
Yeah. Lovely stuff. Let's have a quick look at the table. We'll be swift.
If you're a Plymouth fan, look away now.
Yeah. So Plymouth, Luton, and Portsmouth make up the bottom 3. Hull City winning.
Off at Luton?
Yeah, I mean that's the big surprise for me in the bottom 3.
It's not for me. Because they spent a lot of money. They used a lot of the money that they had for the stadium.
Yeah.
To get the stadium back up. Yeah.
I'm surprised at Matt Bloomfield going from a promotion charge at Wycombe to take over what looks like no hopers, really.
Could it be a bit of that?
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
I mean, Ian, you talk about Derby fans losing the Reds. They're four.
Yeah, they're only a point,
in a row, only a point above the bottom 3. So, genuine concerns about relegation there, maybe.
Yeah. Especially with Hull and Pompey winning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cardiff as well. I mean,
yeah.
That's what you don't want to see when you're down at the bottom of the table. Teams in and around you winning. But then you've got Stoke, Millwall, Preston, Oxford in kind of mid-table now.
Oxford doing really well, actually. Gary Rowett has done really well since he come in there.
Did you see that Brannigan goal? What a strike that was.
Yeah. Jake, happy at 10th at the minute?
I'm happy with mid-table. I've been saying it all season. Mid-table, I think, is a good position for if we can get the people in and have a little bit of a push like we did last season. Last season, we had a push and we were in playoff form. So we're only a couple of points off. You never know. Like Danny keep turning around and going, let's get to 50. And I get that. Because
Yeah.
50 points, you're safe. And I get that. We've got Bristol City on Wednesday night. So whoever wins that goes above. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Bristol
definitely.
City aren't good travellers.
No.
We're not great at home, so it could be a good game.
No. Doing all of that one.
I'm doing a
Good for
watch along on
Devon.
that one as well, so it should be fun.
Yeah.
Watford, Middlesbrough, West Brom, Blackburn are kind of forming their own little mini table, fighting for 5th and 6th, and then there's a little bit of a gap. 42 points up to 51. So
What about those
Did
penalties?
you see that Burnley Sunderland game? Why did you
Insane.
let the same player take the second penalty?
I don't know. It went the same way as well.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of mind games, thinking the keeper would go the other way, but didn't work, did it? But yeah, Leeds win today over Sheff Wednesday, takes them back to the summit of the Champions League Championship table. Championship table. Not that good.
Not the 90s again. The problem Leeds have got, they don't travel well. They need to sort their away form out. If they sort that away form out, they should have it.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of Leeds fans think they should be a lot further ahead. And I agree, just because all the mistakes they've made at the back with the keeper.
Yeah. To be fair, they'll replicate that form for the remaining games, and
they're up.
The title's theirs, isn't it?
Mm.
I think they don't even give a toss if they get the title. They just want to go up.
Yeah, top 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
On to League One. Rotherham. 6 goals. Absolute thriller. Couple of claps.
Get your Ulter out, Jake.
I'll get banned.
It's a family-friendly show.
Family show, Ian.
I said Ulter. I didn't mean it like that. No, this was a fantastic performance. I'm very pleased with it. I didn't go to the Bolton game where we won 3-1 and played really well. Apparently, today I was talking to someone that went to both games yesterday. He says yesterday eclipsed it. They were superb from start to finish. I think 4-2 flattered Charlton. I think we should have scored many, many more goals. We've dropped John Johnson, Clark Harris. Sam Nombe was injured, so he wasn't even on the bench. And so we had a front two, Malik Wilkes and Andre Green, and it obviously worked.
Oh, well.
First goal, Green were a bit scrappy, but Alex McDonald that came into the team got the second one, lovely shot, nice goal. The third one was a rebound from centre-back Zach Jules after the keeper parried his initial effort. The fourth goal was just wonderful.
I won't lie. I've seen that Wilkes goal. It's just fantastic, and
he just saw the keeper running off his line, just lobbed him. That's what you do. You don't try and take it round him. You just lob him.
Yeah,
just over the top. The goals we conceded were a bad mistake from Cohen Bramall for the first one. Tried to dummy the ball, and the Charlton player got away and crossed it, and Lieben finished well. And the second goal was a really good strike by Matty Godden. You couldn't do much about it. But it was 4-2. It could have been 7, 8, probably even 9. I don't know what went off with Charlton because they had been playing so well and they were in a good run of form. But I suppose these good runs have to end sooner or later.
Question for you. If Luton go down, does Nathan Jones ditch Charlton, go back to Luton?
I don't think Nathan Jones' stock is particularly high at the moment because
not is it?
Because his second spell at Luton weren't really impressive, and also he had the debacle when he was at Southampton.
I don't think it's weird because Charlton every season you speak to the fans and they're like, "We're going to do this season," and every season they fail to deliver. Yeah. And it's like they're missing something, either it's manager or player or even just ownership, where it's the first season where they've had steady ownership.
Yeah. They've got everything in place, though, there, haven't they? They've got a brilliant stadium. They've got a decent fan base. It's just that some things are missed behind, just slightly awry
It's like this
behind.
going up to the Premiership is not all what it cracked up to be.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to get a Charlton fan on to get their view on it.
I'll see Tyler's about.
Anything outside of Yorkshire, I'm not bothered.
I'll give Tyler a message because I've got his number.
Yeah,
he's a good content creator as well.
Journalist,
Yeah,
Decent lad.
but yeah,
everything, but they have a very angry little man in charge.
to be honest with you, at the end of the game, Steve Evans and Nathan Jones shook hands quite convivially. I thought they'd be having a fight going up the touchline, but they didn't, because I don't think they like one another that much.
No.
I think Nathan Jones offered to pay for his takeaway.
I said, does Steve Evans like anybody?
Not really.
No.
In conclusion, I would say it was a very good day at the office for a change. But we are on form and we are doing pretty well.
Yeah, you've picked up a bit of form recently, haven't you?
Keep it going.
Yeah. Right, I'm just going to get rid of a couple of tabs in case we get the loading issue again. We shouldn't. Not decent internet, but you never know. Right, John, you're in the... He's already in the chat. He loves his Deliveroo driver. That's who like.
Yeah.
Talk to us about Birmingham versus Exeter, John. Get it in the chat. 1-0. Seems to be grinding that result.
0 shots, 0 on
Talk
target.
about park the bus.
Jesus.
So, are the stats reflective of the game? Did Exeter even try to mount an attack or try and score? Or was it a case of trying to nullify Birmingham, which didn't happen because you ended up winning 1-0 anyway?
And a 13th minute red card. I think one of the nice things about this, I think for Birmingham fans, was probably Jay, the just reception he got, because that got played all over Twitter, and I think fair play. It's like it's good to see, because some fan bases, even when things like that happen, even if they were club legends, it can be a bit weird. You know what I mean? It's like, it's odd. It's like, but I think you look at Birmingham, what can you say? They're grinding results out, but they're winning. They're grinding results.
So the shitty fans say they're in the game. They have 41% of the ball, but other than that, it doesn't look like they did anything.
21 fouls. Jesus.
John has said John is very much looking forward to Thursday afternoon. Is it midweek game, Birmingham Wrexham?
Yes, Thursday. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, I believe.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
That will be a tasty encounter.
I'll call it Thursday afternoon for him because he's in America, isn't he?
Ah, yeah.
That you were trying to figure out why he said Thursday afternoon, weren't you?
Yeah, such a strange kickoff time. John said Exeter 0 shots and not one touch in our area for the whole game. 11 men behind the ball and kicked us every time they got near us. Very drab game, which seemed happy to lose 1-0. Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it?
I mean, that's not parking the bus, that's parking a fleet of buses, isn't it?
Liz is in there with Media Darlings Derby.
Yeah. Sky will be. I won't say it.
Oh, Neil is on his way. Family fun yet again. Sorry to see you go. We will be hitting Bradford in a little bit. So see you next week.
Have a good
Thank you for joining us. But yeah, Birmingham grinding out results. All you can ask for. Any League One games that you guys want to touch on? There's one that I want to touch on, but you guys might end up hitting it anyway.
Well, one of the surprise ones for me were Barnsley getting turned over at Bristol Rovers.
Yeah,
that was the one that I wanted to touch on. In very good form.
Sorry, Dan.
No, it's all right. Take it away.
Having said that, they took the goals really well. And Barnsley, they'd been running into some form. Look at that, though. Look at the stats. 25 shots, 9 on target.
But Barnsley have got this in their locker where they'll go on a run and then they'll have a run of the game where they should win and they lose. And you can see every time their gaffer does an interview, he doesn't understand where it's coming from. He doesn't get it. He don't
No.
know why it's happened or
Yeah.
how they've not finished the game off. It's like he knows that it's there, but what is the issue?
Mm.
But
Thinking this one, mate, they couldn't score 25 shots, 9 on target, and
Well,
yeah, probably just
by the
wasteful.
looks of that, it looks like the Bristol Rovers keepers had a worldie
Tracking
of a
game.
game.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a shock result. Somebody else, Lucas, has put Shrewsbury versus Wrexham. That is a derby. I'm aware. I think if
It
my
is, yeah.
geography is right.
oh, hang on, we got double Claxon.
Double clacks.
Wow.
And do you know what? I love to see John Marquis score. I wish he was still scoring in red and white hoops.
I won't lie, I love seeing Stephen Fletcher score. I think
Yeah.
it's you know what? It was a real proper. They both were like proper old guard goals as well. Like we've been in this league for years. We know what we're doing. Let's just have some fun. Shot result though.
John's put if Wrexham lose their home record against us, I'm not sure America and Canada are prepared for that.
Well, Wrexham are just annoyed they can't shove it all over TikTok now.
Yeah, but no, a great result for Shrewsbury. Obviously, Wrexham doing bits in League One, performing really well for the first season. Back up in
Ainsworth is
League
doing
One.
really well.
Shrewsbury struggling at the minute. Down
They've
in the bottom
turned
four.
Birmingham and Wrexham over, haven't they, Shrewsbury?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just shows they're fighting for points, aren't they? James, when's McLean turning up? I don't know if anybody has seen the challenge on McLean towards the end of this game, but it's an absolute beautiful challenge. I don't know if it's because it's on McLean or if it's just a fantastic challenge, but the way that he
it's because
celebrated
it was on McLean.
Yeah.
But no, great result for Shrewsbury, one that wasn't expected. We've got Anthony in the chat. A lot of League One fans coming in the chat now, and we'll go to Lincoln as well because Sue's in the chat as well. Anthony has said, I'm shocked that Huddersfield actually bought 2 strikers. I don't think I've ever seen that. Taylor scoring on his debut. I don't know too much about Dion Charles. So
Dion Charles is a cracking player. If you get him up to form and get him playing, he could do bits up top. I'm surprised Bolton let him go.
That was a great strike by Taylor.
It was
a lovely goal. Yeah.
Anthony says, if you haven't seen Spencer goal as well, you should. I've not watched any of the highlights at the minute, so I'm scratching about. But Blackpool 2-0 up. So for Huddersfield to claw that back and get a draw, got to be happy with that.
Quick though, well, it seems like they've immediately had the half time, been told get your butts in gear because I've had enough of it, and they straight away. And the thing is, it's weird. I don't know. Blackpool just feel like they are closer to where are they in the table? I feel like they're closer to relegation than they should be.
Yeah.
It's weird because you would have thought they would have kicked on a little bit more with Bruce, and it seems like it's stop. Is it just consolidate this season, and then we'll go again next season?
Yeah, they're only 10 points above the drop, so not a great season.
I thought they'd do better, to be honest.
Yeah.
John's come in with the record for Wrexham's home form at the minute. 102 games at home, 81 wins, 15 draws, 6 defeats. I believe that
Right.
That may change on Thursday, though. So formidable at home. It's going to be a tough game for Birmingham, for sure. John, tough 2 games coming up for Birmingham. Wrexham away, Huddersfield away, but he's loving it. Bring it on.
It's all right, John. You don't play entertaining football according to your Twitter fan base. That I saw you have a pop up, which I found hilarious.
Yeah.
And before we have a quick look at the table and move on to League Two, we've got Sue in the chat. Come on, boys, we won our first away game since forever. Not pretty, but scored in open play and rumoured to be getting James Collins from Derby.
Yeah, I've seen
so
that.
Going old school. So, yeah, Lincoln will be happy with this. Obviously, struggling for goals.
God, they needed
as
it.
of late.
They needed it. Yeah.
And Deriqua scores on the 38th minute. Fairly even game.
Just seen John.
What's he on about? Don't get me started on that, Lemon Jake. I missed something. What did I say? What did I miss?
The Twitter person that he kind of like retweeted and said, "Oh yeah, but it's not like we're near the top of the table," and like they're complaining that it's not entertaining football. I'm like, get a grip.
We talk about entitled fan bases and entitled fans, maybe not fan bases. That's a very big generalization, but entitled fans within a fan base. I think we've all got them. We've all got them. Sue says certainly wasn't a pretty game.
Hey, the games where you win 1-0 are sometimes the games that you look back and you go, "That's what made your season."
Yeah, got to grind results out if you're going
to. I think if you can win a game 1-0, get out of Dodge on an away game and be like, right, we got the result we wanted. It wasn't pretty, was it great? But the fans go home knowing that you've done your job and you're up there, and that's the main thing. And the thing is, for us, we keep watching just to see how Bailey's doing. And you can tell he's a young lad who's tried to lead that line, and now he needs a little bit of help.
Yeah,
been on the bench a couple of games, couple of games.
Playing recently, has he? Not met squad this weekend.
No,
that looks of it. Is he injured?
Might be injured.
Don't know.
So might tell us if he's injured or not.
Injured. There you go. Injured.
There we go. On cue. So comes
that actually makes sense because he's posting a hell of a lot on Instagram at the minute.
Yeah.
He's bored out his brain.
Yeah.
But no, good win for Lincoln. Good win for Winken. Good win for Lincoln. Having a mare tonight. Let's have a look at the League One table. So
your internet on the same line.
Yeah, we're both lagging. Bottom four at the minute. Burton Albion.
Burton, is it?
No,
or Cambridge.
It's not. 15 points, 6 points away from Crawley. But
look at the red on.
Four, isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is, you look at Burton and then you look at Crawley. Look at the red on Cambridge. Look at the red.
Yeah.
At least Burton are getting draws.
Yeah,
true.
But it's no good. I mean,
it's
when you're in
enough,
the mire like that, a draw's not a good result.
Yeah, they need to be picking wins up, don't they? Because they are currently 11 points away from Northampton. That's a lot.
Another manager change at end of season for Burton and Cambridge, possibly.
Yeah, I think so. Shrewsbury have given themselves a real good shot with a couple of good wins recently, a couple of draws. I mean, that's really good form for a team in the bottom four. If they can continue with that and get John Marquis scoring, I think they could be putting pressure on Northampton above them and possibly Peterborough, which is a big shot.
I was going to say, I'm shocked to see Peterborough there.
Yeah. Fergie.
Also, but though with Peterborough, once you do get rid of Fergie, Grant McCann is going nowhere near you. You need a new Rolodex.
Very good form for Rotherham at the minute, Ian. Has pulled you up to 13th. 3 wins, 2 draws in the last 5.
We're doing okay. Well, what did I say at the beginning of the season? I was dreaming of a mid-table season. It looks like it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've got a plus goal difference for the first time this season.
Yeah. John said, win our game in hand, which are at home against Cambridge and Stevenage. We're laughing. And Sue, I mean, with your A and B team, you're laughing, John. Lincoln's win moved them to 11th in the table. Rotherham beating Charlton helped Lincoln this weekend. Bolton currently in 9th. I think I saw Lizzie ask if Everett's got kind of living on borrowed time. I think if they don't get promotion this season,
he's having a little spell where he keeps saving himself.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, if that man still, we all know on this parish, I hate Ian Everett with he's a smug. Yeah. And the thing is, for me, Bolton probably need a change now.
Yeah,
I think
it's been here too long.
Yeah. I know we always say it's great to see a manager be at a club for a long time, but I think he's run out of ideas.
Yeah, it can stagnate. John has said Huddersfield is a team other than Birmingham, no league losses since October the 1st. They are your autos. So he believes that
is good form.
Yeah, that is good form. Really good
he believes that Huddersfield are going to climb from 4th into 2nd. Birmingham will be the other team in the autos.
But am I the only one that wouldn't mind seeing Huddersfield Barnsley in the playoff final?
Oh, what a game
that'd be tasty. But for me, I think I've said it before on this show. I like to see kind of Yorkshire clubs doing well. So to have Barnsley Huddersfield in a final, I'd sooner see one of them go up automatically, and then I'd be rooting for the other Yorkshire team in the playoffs. But yeah, it'd
What
be,
do we reckon can happen with Wickham now, then?
Well, to be honest, I thought the form would sort of like tail off, but they're still doing bits. They're still well up there, and I mean
Yeah.
that was a good away win yesterday at Mansfield. Excellent win for them. Yeah.
And Reading, considering all the things that they've had going on, they're really giving it a fight.
yeah, they're well positioned, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Good,
Very well
they're a good side.
I won't lie, though. I do feel like if Reading, say if they went up or they have a good season, I think it just delays their owner staying again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as much as I don't want them to have any problems, they've got similar things as their owner's an idiot. And when an owner's doing well or the club doing well, they're like, well, I'm not the problem. Look, we're doing well. It's like, it's hard because you know what the issue is. You had it with Blunt last season, Dan.
Yeah, we
So
did.
you get it.
Unfortunately, I get it a bit too well.
Yeah.
Moving on to League Two. Gillingham versus Donny. I don't know if anybody caught it on Sky yesterday. It was the early kickoff. Everybody had to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning to get down to Gillingham. In a nutshell, I mean, we're hurtling towards the hour, so we'll keep League Two relatively short, and we'll start in League Two.
I thought you
next
played
weekend.
well. It just you had the chances. You just didn't take them apart on that one. You defended all right, and I thought as a whole, it was a very comprehensive 1-0 win where you were solid at the back. You made sure you cover your bases, and when they were attacking, you covered it. And when you had that chance, you took it. I think you could have had about 2 or 3 more in the second half, but you managed to keep it really well. It was professional performance, I'd say.
Yeah, I think for me, defensively, we looked solid. I think we've not seen Gillingham play under Coleman, and I think it showed in the first 20-30 minutes because we weren't sure how they'd set up, how they'd look tactically, how they'd approach the game. Because since Coleman's come in, I think they've had 2 postponements maybe, or I think one was for the FA Cup and one was for the weather a couple of weeks back. So yeah, we've not really been able to kind of watch them and see how they're set up. HID's coming with 5 a.m. That's a really good line.
Yeah, it is for a Plymouth away game,
But yeah, I think the first 20-30 minutes we were probably kind of assessing what Gillingham were about and how they were set up and what sort of kind of approach they were going to bring to the game. And I think if they'd have scored in that first 20-30 minutes when they were putting pressure on us, it could have been a very, very different game. But Luke Molyneux's goal, superb. I know we've got a bit of fortune from the header back from the midfielder, but Molyneux's kind of latched onto it, seen the keeper off his line, and it's a lovely chip into the back of the net. And probably the one real bit of quality in the first half ended up as a goal. Billy Sharp will be still kicking himself tonight, I think, after rounding the keeper and then snatching at it and firing over. Like you said, Jake, there could have been maybe 1 or 2 opportunities in the second half where we could have done better. But I've said it before: grind results out away from home, do well at home, and you'll be up there. And this is certainly one of those where we've had to grind out a result and defend really well, defend as a unit. I'm a bit disappointed at how little Gillingham put pressure on in the second half. But that first 20 to 30 minutes, really proud of a really solid defensive display. So yeah, happy with a 1-0 win. Gills in the Blood didn't seem too happy with some players' performances. So I think Coleman's got a bit of a job on there to turn their season around. I think we all had them relatively high, didn't we, in our predictions?
Did, yeah.
So yeah. Mark said that the loans did well. I think obviously Street's looking decent. He's very quick, gets in behind.
Charlie Crew is your marquee signing. How you got him, I don't know. He's such a good player.
Yeah. There we go.
I'll tell you this much though: you're going to have to watch for the vultures circling around Molyneux. If not this transfer window, definitely the summer.
How long's his contract?
I think he signed a 3-year.
So you got enough bank on him then.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
if
but
there
there's a
are
lot of
vultures
clubs
circling
out there
around,
with a
we're
lot
going
of money.
to get a decent number through.
Yeah.
Plus
You'll get a
sell-ons.
decent.
You'll do well, and you'll get plus sell-on because you're a smart club, unlike us.
Lizzie said that there's another Donny fan in La Palma, I think she's at. So
Oh,
we're
nice.
massive. We're absolutely massive. Ian, any other League Two games that you want to touch on, mate?
Can anybody stop Walsall?
Apparently not. Before you start on
I
this
mean,
one, Jonathan sent me a message saying that MK Dons got off to a very good start, conceded a soft goal, and then the second half, Walsall absolutely dominated with grit, desire just to win the game, and deservedly ran out 4-2 winner. So, Jonathan, a bit disappointed with MK's performance in the second half, but thought it started really well and should have really pushed on. But Walsall just kind of
They are very good.
outfought them in the second half.
Let's just say that.
They've lost that Nathan Lowe's, gone back to Stoke and scored yesterday, by the way. And they just don't seem to, because there's goals from everywhere. They're having fullbacks.
They've spread it around, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, you've got even Albert Doma scoring. He's 147. He's been around forever.
That's the clip for Twitter.
But yeah, I mean, I've got to take my hat off to them because we didn't really fancy Walsall to absolutely rip the league to a new one. But they're just winning every week. You just can't do anything. I mean, I think the 12 points clear. I think the rest of the division needs snookers.
Yeah,
they
do. Walsall running away with it.
How the hell have they got 25 shots off, 9 on target with only 33% possession?
That's efficiency with the ball, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Unreal. Carlisle versus Bradford. Obviously, Neil's gone. But
Carlisle are really weird in this window because they're signing a lot of decent players. Like I think they just got Paul Dummett.
It's not helping them though, is it?
But it's not helping them now. It's like I feel like they're trying to patch the gaps and with like star quality names and stuff. Like Kadeem Harris is there. We just sent one of our young lads there. Paul Dummett's there. There's a rumor that Adam Reap might be going there. They've got all these like players. You're thinking, okay, how are Carlisle getting them?
Yeah.
But then it's not helping. Like 9 and 3, decent. But you gotta bury them.
Yeah.
And in the position they're in, they need to. Like,
I mean, it looks like the passed Bradford off the park. 61% possession, 514 passes, and yet Bradford come out 1-0 winners.
Yeah.
And Bradford are in a decent run of form at the moment. They're
knocking on the playoff door, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're looking decent. And this is without Andy Cook, who's out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it'd be a big loss to any team.
If they can get a good loan in this window, striker.
They've got that Michael Mellon in, haven't they? Michael Mellon who we Morecambe, I think, last season scored quite a few goals.
If they can get him scoring and playing, then you might be going Andy U. But Cookie being out is a blow for them. He got them out of so much trouble.
Yeah. I do worry for Carlisle though.
I think they're gone.
Players in, they must be paying them a decent wage because they are.
I think they're already gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that'd be a decent sized club down in the National League that could find.
They've been there before, though, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Ian, any other games? In fact, we've got
one. I mean, Salford, who have been on some superb form. Where did that come from? Fleetwood.
Yeah.
No idea.
That's a coop and buster. That definitely.
That was a shock.
I think Salford were the only team in the top 8 to lose this weekend. Everybody else won. We've got Dale in the chat as well, Notts County fan. So if you want to talk about your game, send us something in the chat and I'll bring that one up. But yeah, this one big shock. Maybe it's a bit of an hangover from the FA Cup. Drumming at Man City, possibly.
I was going to say. I mean, losing 8-0 takes some recovering from, isn't it? Really.
Yes, it does
But
indeed.
you were Man City, for God's sake.
Yeah, you could. You'd like to think you could just kind of write that one off and just
Oh,
move on.
look,
from
that
it.
game helped Man City get better again. Look.
Mm.
Dale
Cool.
has already said
Good.
about his about.
Because
Notts
isn't
County.
that like 6-0 and 8? Was it 6-0 today? Man City just won Ipswich.
Something like that? It was 6-0
You
last
were
time I
6
checked.
for now.
Let's get
I'll just.
Accrington Notts County up. David Goldrick, 2 goals. Can't grumble at that. While one of you guys is talking about that, I will find Dale's comment
Decent.
somewhere.
Looking good.
Yeah, it did finish 6-0 to Man City.
Yeah.
It did finish. Yeah.
I think
Oh,
this was a tough one. I think good result for Notts County, but Aki at home are normally quite good.
McGoldrick is still doing it, innit?
Cheat code in League 2.
Yeah, without any question. I mean, they all talk about that Jatter at Notts, but McGoldrick's picking him up, back up. Been a
Yeah.
masterstroke.
It's a smart
And
little
they're
bit.
going to come to.
You hope so. You hope so because
I don't think they'll blow up like they did last season. Notts. I think they'll stick it out, and I think they'll be well.
can
up
you
there.
imagine for the City? Can you imagine them having Notts County go up, Nottingham Forest second or third, and Champion League? But it'll do the City so good.
Oh God, yeah. We have to doubt.
Found it.
Hey,
Found it. Not very good. Accrington very poor, and they should be looking over their shoulder. Didsey with another 2 to take him to 12 for the season. George Abbott with another goal of the season contender.
nice.
So Dale very happy with the goals and the performance from Notts County. A bit disappointed with Accrington though, saying that they were very poor.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
And then we've got James as well.
Sorry, James.
He said, I
did-
sent something from our game not long ago. So I'm going to have to find that one as well. I need to start starring comments, I think. That's what I'm finding from this.
They start well.
Just
from the
leave
lead.
our game out. I don't want to be sad again. It was one of those. I was watching the results come in, and County went 1-0 up. And then it went to 1-1, and then pretty much straight after it went to 2-1 to County. Obviously, Port Vale are up there, in and around the mix, and I was wanting Harrogate.
Had a big little flip though, haven't they?
Yeah. But yeah, I was wanting County to at least get a point from this to kind of make it a bit more difficult. But unfortunately, Jaden Stockley and
Jesus.
Jaheim Medley make it 3-2, and James is not happy. Embarrassing. Jameson with his 3rd red as well, which is not
red. He's doing something.
Jeez.
Yeah.
not good at all. Okay, let's have a quick look at the League 2 table. Down at the bottom, 18 points, Carlisle. Bailey said, I'm sure Bailey said he thinks Carlisle will get out of it when the players start gelling, but that's a big old gap to get out of, isn't it? Tranmere.
You've got to fear for
games
Morecambe as well.
Yeah.
You've got to fear for Morecambe as well. Which
I
is
think
unfortunate.
if Morecambe go, I think we're looking at no club, and that's the fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got a good friend who's a Morecambe fan, and he's part of the protest and group stuff. It's like everything they're trying to do, it's just not happening. And I'm all I've got this thing because I know we got a lot of clubs recently who are not happy with their owners. I'm all for protesting, but sometimes it just falls on deaf ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Because look, you look at where they were a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah. John's asked, Dan, Ian, Jake, have either of your 3 clubs ever been out of the league?
No.
Dan's has.
Dan has.
Yeah, we were out of the league as recently as 2002. We dropped down in 1998, and in the 02-03 season, I believe it was, we were the first team to win the playoffs.
I have an interesting story for you, Dan. Do you remember the FA Cup Vase trophy that you played at Bellevue, and your player went off with no clothes on afterwards because everyone ripped it off?
Ian Durden.
Yep. Well, I was at that game.
You got his pants.
No, my science teacher did.
Literally had
And
short.
they are still
everything written off him.
framed in her living room.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's bizarre. So yeah, we have. I don't think you boys have you?
We haven't. We haven't. We've been in the league since I think the 1920s,
Mm.
and we've come close once. I think it was 73-74 season where we
Oh.
came about fourth bottom. What we're
HID said
doing?
Rotherham have.
No, we haven't. No, we have not.
No, we have not.
And I
As
know
you
what
told.
I'm talking about.
As you told HID.
You got very, very Yorkshireman then, ATID.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
Right, we are over the hour mark. Let's round this video off before HID gets in any more bother.
ATID, you just got the equivalent of how much?
Moving towards the top of the table. So let's have a look at the top 7 or 8. Like I said,
Ooh, that's
Salford were
tight,
the only team
isn't it?
to lose in
Very
the top
tight.
8
That's
yesterday.
tight.
Right, let's just take Walsall out because we're nearly calling it now.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
elect.
Yeah.
Unless something major happens, they're there.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
So let's go from Crewe to Bradford.
you can throw a blanket over it, can't you?
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting as the
5
season goes on.
points separating what?
I'm
5 points
re-
separating.
I won't
7
lie, I'm
points.
impressed where AFC Wimbledon are.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
doing
They've
well.
really
I'm
done
impressed with Grimsby as well this season.
Yeah.
They're kind of keeping in touching distance as well. But yeah,
Bradford bang on form.
yeah.
I won't lie,
Bradford
it's
on
weird to see the top of League Two and see a good northern section of club doing well.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't normally happen.
definitely take it. But yeah, I think you're right. Walsall champions elect at the moment.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
horrific's got to happen there for that to end. Lovely stuff.
I
So
apologise now if you're a Walsall fan, I might have jinxed it.
yeah, I don't mind. Let's jinx it. And as Dale says, not Spurs to Donny could be a massive game at the end of the season.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
Onto the EFL Fantasy League. So 27 teams in it at the minute. And
Yo, Matt can't break that 1,000 yet, can he?
no, there's still three teams yet to break 1,000. Drum and Bass is just over 1,000. I think they broke 1,000 last week. But yeah, moving up the table. I did all right. I'm still in 18th. I can't get away from 18th at the minute. I've got a decent gap from.
Thinking about is
got
your,
goal with
is your title, is your channel? There's no
I
wonder
know,
you're there.
yeah. I don't want to move from 18th. But me and Jonathan on identical points, 1444. Ian, you had a very good week so far, 61
Not
points.
bad, not bad. And I've still got some. I might still have got some points to come because I've picked a few players that are playing midweek.
Couple
Yeah.
of midweek games. There we
Yeah.
go. Moving up the table, I think Bailey is still top. I think there's no catching Bailey. Lolo, I've seen him in the chat. Bailey's in the chat straight away. Only come for this part.
All right,
Lolo's
calm
in
down,
seventh.
Walsall of this league.
Adam, Lizzie has been in the chat. In fact, Lizzie's down in 10th, but
He's gone up.
moved up with 77 points this weekend so far. That's decent. Adam is in 4th. We've got Liam Martin in 3rd.
Liam
Lewis
dropped. Liam
yeah,
was in 2nd for a while.
Lewis in 2nd, with Bailey 1st, leading the way as he's been for so long. Almost
Has
at
he
2,000
had
points.
it? I think he's only had 1 week where he hasn't been leading, hasn't he?
I believe so, yeah. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. John said, thanks, gents. Learn something new every week. Good luck to all your teams. Even you, James. Tune into Sky to see all the exclusive chubbies Thursday evening. Love it, John. Thank you for tuning in. But no, that brings us to the end of episode 89, an hour and 10 minutes. Let's go around the screen. Any final words? We'll start with Ian.
Enjoyable therapy session again, which is a bit easier when your team wins and wins well, I suppose. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. And on to next week.
Good stuff. Jake?
I am looking for a very rich man to come and buy my football club, apparently, because we're meant to look for them. So if you know any, email Chansiri with a price because we don't know how much the club is worth. And what we're going to do from then, we're going to have a scrap and see if I'll sell it to you. So good luck. But on a serious note, it's good doing these. And the more and more people getting into content creation, which I like. And the only advice I'd give, enjoy it. The moment you don't start to enjoy it. I had a little bit of a meltdown with the lads on Twitter this week because it gets frustrating after a while. Because I figured out that this is my 15th season doing Wednesday content. And I'm getting to that point where I don't know how I'm still going to do it, but I don't know how much more I want to do it or if I want to keep it going because 15 is a lot. But every season I go, oh, I'll calm down a little bit, but I enjoy it. I love it. And the friends I've made doing this show and do it to make friends and stuff like that. Me and Dapper didn't know each other before lockdown. Got to know each other for that. Me and Ian didn't know each other until you came on here. We're all good friends. We chat. We have a laugh. We have a bit of banter. And you can make a community and friends out of this. It's the whole point of football. We bring a community together.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Because I hate Rotherham and Wednesday, but these two boys are all right, to be fair.
I can't say it about Don. It's my own club, my own town. If I say it, I get limped when I go back home.
But no, I echo that. It is about building a community. You guys who are in the chat make this point. I mean, we'd probably still chat to nobody if the viewers were zero because it's a good release. But if it means that it's a release for you guys as well to kind of get stuff off your chest and just kind of have a bit of a laugh in the chat, that's enough for us, I think. So yeah, if you know anybody who wants a release and a bit of a therapy session, get them pointed in this direction. Let's see this show grow. It is kind of ticking over with a really good community, which we're happy with. But yeah, I think we're good enough to be open to hundreds of viewers a week.
Yeah.
But we'll get there one day, I'm sure, because we enjoy it and we'll continue doing it while ever you guys are watching. So with that being said, this is episode 89. Come back next Sunday, and if you want to get involved in it, we will put the link in the chat, and episode 90 will be a special one that you can get involved in and talk about your club season so far.
It might be a weird one where I actually call in because I might not be home. I might be in Doncaster.
Call in for 5 minutes, talk about Wednesday. But yeah,
I've
if you're
not
watching
done this
throughout,
before. First time caller.
but yeah, if you are watching this throughout the week, please stick a big thumbs up on it. Head over to these guys' channel, subscribe to them, subscribe to me if you haven't already. Get your comments in the section down below, and we'll try and reply to them as well. But yeah, enjoy your week. Hopefully, this is a decent reset. Look after yourselves, look after everybody else.
Can we just put ATID first comment up before we go?
First comment.
Yeah, the bottom at the bottom. He just
this one.
Tweet. No, other one. That you can back yourself.
Yeah, that's what we're like to do, isn't it? We're a community. We love you.
That's what us northern lads are like, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, soft on the inside, aren't we?
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, no, if you are watching this throughout the week, like I say, big thumbs up, comments in the section down below, subscribe to all of us if you haven't already. And hopefully you have a fantastic week. And we'll see you next Sunday, 6:30, talking about EFL. See you in the next one.
See ya.